What is going on, guys? Welcome to another Garden Warfare 2 video, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the spawnables that the zombies are going to be able to spawn up in Graveyard Ops. Now this is the alternative to the plant pots that you could use in Garden Ops from Garden Warfare 1, and in Graveyard Ops or Garden Warfare 2 they are calling it Build a Bot. Now there are many different ones that we are going to be able to use in this game. There are going to be 15 in total so far that we know, but unfortunately I only know the name of 6 of them, and I cannot give you a detailed description of what these will do, but I will have a guess of what I think they will do. So let us start off with the one that we do already know, and that is Mr. Toasty. So Mr. Toasty, he has flamethrowers, and I'm believing this is going to be very similar to the Snapdragon that we did have from Garden Warfare 1, so it's going to be a close range attack. It's not going to be able to shoot from a distance like the Fire Pea could. It is going to be close to range, but it's going to do a serious amount of damage, so any plants that do get close to this are going to get roasted. Now the second bot that we are going to be able to spawn up and use is called the Gatling Bot. This was also revealed at the E3 reveal of Graveyard Ops, and it looks very similar to the engineer's turrets that he could use and upgrade to defend his teleporter in gardens and graveyards. This looks very similar to them. The only difference is he looks like he's got a Gatling on top of his head, very similar to what the pea shooter would use when it was in its Gatling form, although it does seem a little red, whereas the pea shooter, his was green. So obviously because this is a robot, it's going to be a different colour, but it looks very similar to that, and I can't make much out in the text at the bottom. All I can see and make out is long range, so this seems like the kind of bots that you do want to use behind the garden that can attack the plants that are coming towards the garden, so that is where I think it would be most useful. But there we have the second bot that we will be able to use, called the Gatling Bot. The third bot that we are going to be able to use is called the Rocket Bot, and this also does mention long range in the description, but I can't make anything else out in this video. What I will like to note is that the Rocket Bot does look very similar to a mailbox that you would get at someone's house in America, because the UK has very different ones, but this looks very similar to a sort of mailbox or something, so I'm thinking this may be lifting its head up, very similar to what the engineer turret did in gardens and graveyards, and then it will get some rockets that you will be able to shoot at the enemy plants. So not much more information to go on about that, but so far we have many different variations. We have a Rocket Bot, we have a Gatling Bot, and we also have Mr. Toasty, which is very similar, I believe, to the Snapdragon from Garden Ops itself. So the next builder bots that we are going to be able to use to defend our tombstone is called the Super Healbot. Now we knew something like this was definitely coming to the game, because if you wasn't playing as the scientist, then you would not really be able to heal yourself quickly. Now keep in mind that they have brought it into the game where you can regenerate to full health unless you are in the Z-Mech, so that is something that I have noted, and I was going to make a video on it, but I was waiting for one of my friends to make their discussion video on it first, and they've not managed to upload that yet, so I may ask them if they're still going to do that. If they're not, then I probably will make a video about that. But we are going to be getting the Super Healbot, and we do have a little bit of gameplay of how this works, and it seems to work very similar to the heal station, whereas it spins around and heals zombies in the area. Now I'm not sure if it'll spin around for a few seconds and then it will stop, because if you think about the potted plant or the sunflower plant in Garden Ops, it would shoot out its sun, and then it would, once it's been used, it will then stop or pause for a few seconds, and then it would burst out some more. So I'm not sure if it's going to spin around, heal zombies, after a while it's going to stop for a few seconds and then spin around again, or it is just going to be a continuous cycle where it just constantly spins round and will always give off health. That is something that I am not sure of yet, and it's definitely something I would like to find out when the game is released. So that is the Super Healbot, which is going to be a very, very useful bot to use, especially if you are not playing as a scientist. Now the next bot we are going to be taking a look at is a little bit different, because it is not one that you could possibly use in the game, and it is called Mr. Freezy. Now this was one that the actual people who was recording this video when they was playing it happened to just accidentally scroll on this one, and it's called Mr. Freezy. Now I can't make anything else out about this at all, and I also have no idea what this looks like, but what I am thinking is this is going to be a bot that is used to freeze the plants or definitely slow the plants down. So it's either going to be a long-ranged freeze bot, very similar to the ice pea shooter, or it's going to be a close range one that may freeze multiple plants in the certain area, very similar to the ice shroom. So this has not been confirmed yet. I have no idea what this looks like, but I'm thinking that is what it may look like. It may be something completely different, and they're going in a completely different direction of how this bot will work, but we'll only find this out either in the future or when the game is released. The final bots that we are going to be able to take a look at today is called the Breaker Bot. Now what we see on this is it is another special, so we have no idea what there is going to be special about this, but I'm thinking this may be very similar to the Doomstream, so it's going to make a massive explosion, or it's going to break out and destroy all of the plants in a certain area. Now, like I said, we have no idea what this one looks like as well, because it is greyed out, but I can make out the word special, and the only other special that we have got in this game as well is the heal station. So maybe this is going to be something completely different to what I was expecting. Maybe this is going to be something nothing like the potted plants from Garden Ops, so we will only have to wait and see what this bot is going to be like. So just a quick overview of all of the ones we got. We had Mr. Toasty, which we did find out a while ago in the Leaf video. We also have the Gatling Bot, which was revealed in the E3 reveal for Graveyard Ops. We have the Rocket Bot, and also the Super Heal Bot, which you was able to use if you did go to E3 and spawn them up. So they were the bots that you was able to use, and then we have two other secret bots that you was not able to use, but we did manage to find the names of them, and that is Mr. Freezy and also the Breaker Bot. So anyway, hope you did enjoy this video. I am going to be doing one talking about all of the spawnable plants that we are going to be facing in Graveyard Ops that I have found so far, so make sure you do stick out for that one, and also check out one of these other two videos in screen if you haven't seen them yet, and if you haven't already done so, make sure you do like the video because it really shows that you are enjoying these videos and you are excited for Garden Warfare 2. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name is ZEROxFUSIONZ, and I'll catch you guys next time.